We're joined by Central Methodist head football coach David Calloway after a 28-27 loss to Graceland here at Davis Field. Such a roller coaster of a football game, Coach Calloway. How do you begin to sum this one up?
Well, the fact of the matter, you can't turn the ball over. You know, every time we talk, it's winning football. You can't have turnovers, you can't have missed assignments, you can't have missed tackles. That's the bottom line.
What happened on that last drive with the hook and ladder? How would you take us through those last few seconds and what transpired on the final drive?
Well, he's made a good play. You know, it's a timing play. Obviously, somebody working in the last play situations. You know, we obviously got the same type of last play scenario, but not necessarily hook and ladder, but it's a timing thing, and they done it. They executed well, and, you know, that's a good job on their part. You know, we can't compound the problem with a face mask.
What exactly transpired there in that third quarter with some of the cough-ups and...
Just lack of focus. You know, we got to be able to, you know, those plays we execute since spring football. We got to be able to get the handoff. We got to be able to get the quarterback, running back exchange, and there's no excuse for that. You know, we got to make those plays happen. Just a lack of focus, because those guys been making those plays in those situations, just a lack of focus, and I got to do a better job getting those guys locked in.
We're joined by David Calloway here post-game after a 28-27 loss to Graceland at Davis Field. What's your message to those guys in an unusual finish like that?
The message is simple. If you play losing football, you will lose the game. You can't turn the ball over. You can't miss tackles. You got to get stops on third down. It's simple. There's no mystery of why the game was lost. We did not execute to the ability to win the football game. That's why I told them at the locker room. There's no surprise that we lost the game because we didn't do what we were supposed to do.
We're just talking with my broadcast partner, Ben, a moment ago, and through 5 games, on the upside, it's clear this program is undoubtedly headed in the right direction. For the majority of the game, this team is clearly better than it was a season ago in your first year as the head football coach. So where would you describe this whole situation right now with back-to-back weeks where you're likely the better football team but come out with the loss?
Well, we wasn't a better football team because we didn't win. But now, make no mistake, I still believe in my guys. I still feel we got the weapons to get it done, but we got to have an enormous amount of focus every play. You know, we got the type of ball team that can go out and be lackadaisical here. We got to be locked in every snap, trying to execute to the best of our ability. And it's a tough thing to do, but that's what's got to be done. That's how we got to play.
We're talking with David Calloway here post-game, the Central Methodist head coach. When you step back from this, what's going through your mind as you watch the film on Sunday, on Monday? What are you expecting to see?
Well, I expect to see what I saw, us making mistakes. And we can't do that. And we'll continue to hammer that point home or find the guys that can get that done. But we just got to learn how to focus and mature as a football team. And understand, we have got to play snap to snap. We can't watch what's going on first down and see if we can make it up on third down. We got to play snap to snap and understand that we got to mature.
This is somewhat of an impossible question to answer, but when you've clearly got the better talent on the field for much of the game, how do you make sure these things don't happen, whether it's a false start on 4th and 6 that kills a drive or a personal foul early in the third quarter that kills a drive before it starts? How do you get rid of these mistakes and make sure that, like you said, you get that winning result?
We just got to keep repping it out in practice and continue to practice game situations. You know, we practice those situations on a weekly format, and we just got to continue to get better and get them comfortable executing in those times of the game, because that's critical football, and we got to be able to make the play. We got to be able to execute first before we get a chance to make the play.
I know you say you like to focus on yourself here in these post-game interviews. How do you turn this around, though, and start thinking of Benedictine come next week?
Well, we'll start thinking of Benedictine tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Like every week, win or loss, we'll get it corrected. Then at 6 o'clock, we'll close the chapter on week 5 and get ready for the next opponent.
He's David Calloway, the Central Methodist head football coach. A 28-27 loss to Graceland here at Family Night at Central Methodist. Central Methodist next travels to Benedictine after Benedictine's 60-7 loss at Baker today. Coach Calloway, we appreciate your time as always on the postgame, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.